Hi, Spaniso. How are you, sir?
I'm good in yourself, Omoto.
No, wonderful. Now, here's Spaniso. You're one of the guys that we got through the PRCPM. And congratulations on your achievement. I think this is one of those things that a lot of people in the built environment are always stressing about. They will get through whether the interview, how is it gonna go? How is everything? Are they, do they even meet the minimum requirements? But with you, we walked the whole journey from the beginning up to the point you got the title. So how does it feel?
It feels great to think about it. If I had to think back a year ago, I wouldn't. I'll feel the same, confused. It's like you are thrown in a deep sea. But with your guys' assistance, I was able to navigate my way through this journey and able to achieve this title as a PRCPM. So it feels quite good, and especially you worked hard for it. And
wonderful. I'm interested to know. Tell us, how was your experience with the SACPCMP interview? I mean, like, just the highlights of it.
My experience, it's been quite long. So obviously, it started off. I came to you guys after the dismal first interview. So, and then I spoke to you guys. I was nervous. I was willing to give up. It was and the second one when I went, it was okay. It wasn't long. I was nervous and I didn't know why I was nervous. So I think with your guys' assistance, I was able to tackle it through. I answered all the questions which they needed, and it was practical. So whatever that I practiced, the knowledge that I was given in the workshop that we did here in Durban, I was able to articulate myself and to them with my experience. So I found it very exciting, and so I was very excited to go for that interview. But the experience is quite daunting when you are alone. So in that workshop, I was also able to meet other people, and we were able to come together and work together. So it's not just about the workshop and the interview. We're able to build relationship and network. We are working together, and we are helping the others now who are behind. So the workshop is just, it's also about building networks and relationships. So I'm quite, as you can see now, I'm confident even on my the way I speak. But previously, it was even if you had to ask me, just mention that name, SAPCMP, and then ask me my name, I wouldn't be able to even tell you. That's how people made it. But so it also builds your confidence as well. So just to know that it's not complicated. You do some of the stuff. It's just that the way the jargon, you also pick up the jargon at the workshop. So I was able to do that. Then after the last, you go back and prep. It's not, so you can't just rely on the workshop alone. So go home and prep.
That's interesting, because I mean, that's the part that a lot of people find, nerve-wracking, the preparation part. I mean, I have a question for you. How did the course exactly help you to get your PR registration? Like, what exactly did you get out of this course?
The course really helped me a lot. There was some, as you were mentioning, this guy was saying he's preparing. When we prepare, we normally write and write this information that we're going to say this. But the interview is not about, you're not going to be writing. It's not a written exam. So you need to be able to speak. So the course was able to give me this confidence to understand that in stage one, this is what's done. And I realized I have been doing it. But the way I was preparing before, I used to write this and then add it. It used to become this document, big document, and you've only got 45 minutes in the interview. And this interview that when I passed, it was just 30 minutes. I was able to articulate everything from stage 1 to stage 6 within 30 minutes, and the questions, and I was through. So it's brief and concise, to the point. So you come with this volume of information, and it helped me top it down to what needed for the interview and what I've been practicing. So it's very important to it's not just about, what you need to go and say, because there are questions there where you need to be able to articulate yourself in your line of work. So it also helped me in terms of, because you can ask questions. Okay, in my environment, in my department, we do this, and then you tell, okay, no, explain it in this way. Then the jargon also comes into play in terms of finding my way. I think that's a very difficult part as well. So we normally doubt ourselves. We just, this is too wrong. Then you go look at the book, and then you want to write this whole sentence, which is sometimes the answer can be just a one-word answer, and then you will be just confusing yourself. So that's how the course helped me.
Wonderful, wonderful. I mean, obviously, I know that in that course, there's a lot of things that we discussed that even contribute to your success as a construction project manager. So I need you to tell me one example or one of the things that you've learned out of that course that you are now applying in your journey as a professional construction project manager.
It's quite a lot, eh? So I think everything builds itself. The course was just the roof. It just made everything, and I was able to articulate myself. I'm even if I'm attending an interview now, a job interview, I'm just able to answer questions, and at work, I'm able to understand, oh, we should have done this, you know. I'm dealing with stakeholder management, which some other colleagues who were there, they informed, this is how I dealt with it. And then it's so you are not working in silos, you are learning from other people's experience as well, which is what is very important, because in our line of work, we can't do everything. So when you're there, you are able to pick up some other people's experience, and then you are able to apply it into your environment, into your line of work, and also the interview as well, because so that's how I learned to be able to deal and become a leader, and to take decisions and be able to answer questions. Before we always used to sit in a corner and wait, but now I'm able to take decisions and informed decision, which is quite And then I'm able to justify it and stand for why I took that decision. So I think it also the confidence as well. Yeah,
that's very interesting. And the last question, how do you then describe how obtaining the SACPCMP registration, how has it impacted your career as a professional? I mean, as a fully registered person, how has this changed your life? I mean, you know, it's one thing to say you want to get it, and it's one thing to actually have it. So how is it impacted?
People want it for different reasons. I wouldn't know some of the reasons, but I'll speak on my behalf. For me, it was a career development, and for me to be a registered professional in whatever the line of work that I'm doing as a PRCPM. So it has contributed quite a lot. I used to apply previously, and currently I've got 3 offers in place, and then can you imagine now I have to just decide on which offer I'm going to take. So it shows the value of it and the contribution it has in terms of your career development. You are able to decide this is the environment you want to work, and it's quite a big so probably next week I'll be able to decide and able to expand my career. So it did play a big role, and it doesn't stop there. I still have to do CPDs. So people mustn't just think it stops there. But the aim was the PRCPM, to get the registration and be able to expand and grow in terms of career-wise, and the decision, and be able to be accountable for it, because it also helps in terms of the professionals that we work with. We want the professional to be registered. We tell them, you have to be registered. But meanwhile, you are not registered. So it also adds whatever comments or when you write this letter, in your letterhead at the bottom, if they see it's a professional, then they take you seriously. They don't doubt you. So it has contributed quite a lot in terms of my career.